Good Monday morning to you. I'm Joy Lim-Nakrin, taking a look at some of the top stories that we're following. I do want to let you know we are in a First Alert weather day, and we're going to get a forecast in just a few moments from First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris. But in the top stories that we're following right now, there is a search underway for this missing man that I want to let you know about, because Clayton County Police need your help finding this man. This is Jeremy Hill, who they're looking for. Police say that he was last seen at an apartment complex in Jonesboro. Anyone knows his whereabouts is asked to please call the Clayton County Police, because there is concern, that he has been missing. Okay, also let's turn to this tragic story out of DeKalb, and really a heartbreaking situation. Neighbors in shock. 2 young children are among 5 people dead in what DeKalb police believe is a murder-suicide. Atlanta News first reporter Asia Wilson has more after we've spoken with neighbors who are, of course, concerned and saddened.
I've been speaking with people who say they are very close to some of those victims, and it's been heartbreaking to see them crying, asking questions like why and how, and some even wanting to know who's behind all of this. Right now, we know the DeKalb County Police are investigating this as a suspected domestic-related murder-suicide. The victims, a 43-year-old woman, a 32-year-old man, a 26-year-old woman, and a 5-year-old girl and 1-year-old boy. DeKalb County Police say they were all found inside of an apartment here with gunshot wounds after a welfare check Saturday night. This tragedy has really rocked this community, some saying one of the women killed was always grilling outside and was loved by so many people. Neighbors are trying to wrap their heads around all of this.
For something like that to happen is really shocking. It's really, especially to children. And it hurts. It's sad and it hurts. That's all I can say. It still makes me want to cry, the thought of it.
Right now, it's still unclear who the suspected shooter was. We're also waiting on the victims' names to be released. In DeKalb County, Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
Continuing to search a lake, a fountain, and other water inside the park. They're looking for evidence, including the gun that was used. Police now believe the person of interest may have left the city. And remember that, Atlanta has really become a focal point in all this, because investigators believe that the killer traveled to New York on a Greyhound bus that started its route here. So again, New York City detectives have been in Atlanta because of that potential Atlanta connection. And they believe that the suspect may have taken a bus back to Atlanta after the shooting as well. Let's listen to a little more on that.
The manner in which they were able to follow his footsteps to recover evidence. Some of it is known, some of it is unknown, but the net is tightening, and we're going to bring this person to justice.
And, Atlanta police are one of more than 80 different police departments all around the nation assisting with the NYPD as well as the FBI in this massive manhunt now underway. All right, let's talk about this First Alert weather day here with First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris. I see a lot of green, and I know that I'm not a meteorologist, but I know that corresponds with all the rain I have been seeing this morning.
Yes, and that'll be the story, Joy, for the next several days. As a matter of fact, we basically will start this week wet, but not as cold as last week, and then getting into the second half of the week, we'll turn that rain off, but then it'll get cold again. So 3 First Alert weather days that we are tracking for you here in North Georgia. So definitely some weather to get your week started here across Metro Atlanta. The good news about today is the weather will not necessarily be dangerous, more of a nuisance than anything else. So happy Monday to you. I'm First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris. What you see on the right-hand side of your screen, that is First Alert radar showing you where that rain is right now. As you can see, scattered rain. And First Alert meteorologist Ella Dorsey and I have been talking about this all morning. It won't be a washout today, but definitely scattered rain off and on all day. That's exactly what we're seeing right now in the heart of Atlanta, and that's what will continue to be the case for the rest of your day. The reason why we're seeing the rain is because of this cold front, which is well west of Georgia right now. But what's happening here is we have moisture that's coming in ahead of this front in all levels of the atmosphere, call it a southwest flow, and that's kicking in moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. So it's really the moisture that's giving us the rain today more than anything else. And then once that cold front actually passes us by on Wednesday, it'll move all of that rain out, but then that's when we will see those colder temperatures. So that's why you're seeing the rain today and tomorrow, and that's why you're seeing multiple rounds of rain, because all that moisture that's pumping back into the state. So here is our high-resolution forecast model for today. Again, that rain will continue scattered off and on for the rest of the day today. It will impact your evening commute, so watch out for that. No storms, no flooding expected today. This is just some good rain. And that'll continue this evening too, so watch out if you have any dinner plans tonight. So Tuesday's a little bit different. Tuesday is also a first alert weather day for rain. Now, Tuesday morning should be mostly dry in metro Atlanta. Then we'll see showers and even storms developing Tuesday afternoon and evening. So that's the difference between today and tomorrow. Today, we're just looking at rain. Tomorrow, we're looking at rain and the potential for some isolated storms. So that's something we certainly want you to kind of be mindful of Tuesday afternoon and evening. It looks like the best chance for an isolated storm will be south of I-20 tomorrow, but that's something we'll be tracking for you very carefully. So again, today just scattered rain, tomorrow rain with the potential for a storm or two. That will be Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. And then Wednesday is the last day of the first alert. So notice here, Wednesday morning as you're driving to work, it's mostly dry in metro Atlanta. That rain is south and east of Atlanta by Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Griffin, Edenton, you may still have some rain out there, but metro Atlanta, as you're driving to work, should be mostly dry on Wednesday. The reason for the first alert on Wednesday is more because of the cold than anything else. So when you get out the door on Wednesday morning, it'll be mostly dry, but it will turn colder Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday will also be breezy as that cold front moves in. So Wednesday's first alert is really more for the cold and the wind. So kind of break it down for you. Today, scattered rain. That's it. No storms, no flooding. On Tuesday, scattered rain with the potential for storms, mainly south of I-20. That is Tuesday afternoon and evening. And then Wednesday, it's just more about the cold and the wind. And then the second half of the week is dry, but it will stay cold. So the rain will be out there today. Make sure and have that umbrella ready to rock and roll. We'll have an updated forecast for you on Atlanta News First at noon and always in the First Alert Weather app. Until then, stay dry, and we hope you have a great Monday.